everybody, this is N.M.P.D here, and today... Alright, I'm gonna say it like it is. I hate my generation. They are truly the worst kind of people I have ever come across in my life. They are annoying. They are so unlikable to be around. They tend to be very selfish. They're narcissistic. They are very unreliable. They are unrelatable. They tend to be very disconnecting as hell. And they tend to have no care about anybody else but themselves, of course. I mean, who wouldn't in some small scenarios? But when it comes to a situation where it's serious as hell, where it almost cost somebody their motherfucking life, they're not gonna help you. That's how bad my generation is. And I've seen it beforehand, because I've been through it myself. I talked about a story where, in short, I ended up collapsing in the middle of a gym session. And when I got up and recovered and shit, nobody seemed to notice. Nobody seemed to care. They had zero self-awareness of their surroundings. Of course, even the gym teacher had no awareness at all, which is something that I did not mention throughout the video. Now, obviously, it's not just a Gen Z thing when it comes to that. Now, I forgot to mention that my generation is Gen Z, so I'm born Gen Z technically. Then again, it could have been way worse than being a Gen Z. Other generations throughout the past have their own downsides. Obviously, nobody's perfect. No other generation is perfect. There is no such thing of that existing. I'm gonna make that abundantly clear. My generation has no self-respect unto themselves. They are very irresponsible when it comes to some serious shit, and they don't tend to really take the responsibility of anything seriously. And these motherfuckers have no goddamn shame. No goddamn shame at all. They are absolutely shameless, disgusting people. At least the ones that I've encountered before. And especially no accountability. They have no shame at all. They cannot, for the life of them, actually address and admit their wrongdoings and actually own up to the things that they do and say. They would rather make a big hissy fit about it and make a big stinker and start random shenanigans and make up a bunch of lies that never even occurred nor proven to begin with. They would rather be extremely childish about it and very immature. And all they do about that is make up nothing more than a bunch of lame-ass excuses at the end of the day. Now, social media definitely has a part to play in this. Even without social media, this shit was bound to happen anyways. This was gonna happen. My generation has the attention span of a goldfish. And that is no joke. They would rather watch Breaking Bad shorts than the whole series itself. That's how bad it is. And now with the whole Gen Z thing being lazy, it's not entirely true. I don't really know much about that shit. Yeah, in a way, some are, some aren't. I know for a fact I'm not, because I feel more mature than the majority of my generation can be. I tend to clean up after myself, so in a way, I guess I'm not really lazy, but I don't tend to really bother with people. So all I did was not play the game by simply remaining professional at all times and not letting anybody in my life or my business ever under any circumstance. That is all I did. And what do? They get so salty, so mad, so immature about the whole thing that they cannot handle the fact that I don't want anybody around my life trying to ruin my hobbies, my passion, and what I like. And some of these obsessed weirdos in my generation would go as far as to stalk me and somehow manage to find out what I do behind the scenes that literally has nothing to do with them to begin with. And they do that anyway, and they use that as like a fucking badge to brag about what I do and shit. Like, it's just so weird. It is so creepy. It's so fucking weird. Do you not have anything better to talk about? Is that the issue? Is that the problem? And I did not consent for you to have permission to know what I do. I didn't even tell any of them that. All I did was kept to myself, and that's all I'm gonna do now. It is what it is. I don't know. The whole topic about the Gen Z lazy thing is like, I mean, part of it maybe yes, while the other part of it no. I'm like in split between with that. Some people just choose to quiet quit that shit and find some other alternatives to make money, I suppose. Because, well, they know the game. They know exactly how it's gonna go. So they decided it's just not worth it. It's not worth the time. It's not worth the effort. It's just, all in all, not worth it. And these damn jobs tend to not give you a fucking chance. I mean, they have this AI thing that they have to rely on for applications. And, you know, if the AI sees one thing that it dislikes, you're automatically rejected. No exceptions, no excuses, no nothing. Like, they just show no mercy when it comes down to it. Like, how is that gonna work? How are you gonna expect people to have experience when you know you're not gonna give them a chance to begin with? Make it make sense, why don't you? And now, finally, when it comes to my generation forming connections and friendships and all that corny bullshit, I'm gonna be upfront, that shit is dead. The only people that would want to be friends with each other are regs. Because only regs would get along well with other regs. I don't have any IRL friends, I'm gonna make that clear. I'm not afraid to say it, I've said it before, and I've even made a video talking about the whole thing before. And honestly, I'm gonna keep it that way. Because, like I said before on this video, people my generation have no loyalty, and they cannot be trusted under any circumstance, because all they do every time is betray me and my trust. For some reason, they want to act so fucking weird and sneaky about it too as well, thinking that I wasn't gonna find out. Well, Papa PD has his ways finding out, people. Yep, I think that's about it. That's all I really wanted to talk about and or express about my hatred towards my generation, also known as Gen Z. Then again, this same shit could apply to any other generation within the past. Like I said before, not every generation can be perfect. We all have our own flaws and downsides. And if you're gonna have the nerve to sit here and say that you don't, then it's pretty clear that you are an insecure, egotistical little reg. You know, this is just one of the many things that was in my head, and it's driving me crazy to not let it out somehow. And I figured that this is the only way. So, that's about it. Be sure to leave a like to let me know that you like it, and comment what you think, I guess, and subscribe for more, and I will see you guys next time.